All right, let's talk about houseplants. If you've ever had one, you know the biggest challenge, the number one thing that stresses us out is watering. It seems so simple, right? But one little mistake and, well, it's not pretty. So today, we're going to figure out how to get it right, every single time.
Ah, yes, this is the question, isn't it? The one that haunts us. Are those yellowing leaves because you're drowning the poor thing or because it's dying of thirst? It's like the ultimate plant paradox. But don't worry, by the end of this, you are going to know exactly how to read the signs.
You know, the whole process can feel like some kind of impossible riddle. But the truth is, all the clues you need are sitting right there in front of you. You just have to learn how to see them. And here's the best part. While it might feel like a huge mystery, it really, really doesn't have to be. So if you've ever felt totally lost or, let's be honest, maybe killed a plant or two with kindness, you are definitely not alone. We're about to go from confused to confident just by learning to spot those clues.
Okay, so to solve this whole thing, we've got to start with the why. I mean, what is water actually doing inside your plant? Because it's doing so much more than just quenching its thirst. And once you get this part, everything else just clicks into place.
So check this out. Water is like a multitasking genius inside your plant. It's a skeleton that holds it up, it's the air conditioning that keeps it cool, and it's the delivery service that brings nutrients everywhere they need to go. All three, all at once. Without it, the whole system just, well, it collapses.
I love this analogy. It's so perfect. Just picture a plant cells as thousands of tiny little water balloons. When they're all filled up, they get firm, and the plant stands up tall and proud. But as they lose water, that pressure drops, and you get that classic sad, droopy plant look. That's literally the structural support in action, or inaction.
And here is the engine that drives that entire process. It's called transpiration. Basically, it works like a straw. As water evaporates from the leaves, which it's doing all the time, it creates this suction that pulls more water all the way up from the roots. It's this constant, totally invisible flow of water that keeps the whole system humming along. Okay, so we've got the why down. Now let's get to the part where most of us get a little tripped up. When exactly is the right moment to water? Listen, this right here is a total game changer. You've got to forget about watering Wednesdays or whatever day you picked. Your plant does not own a calendar. Instead, think of your watering day as a check-in day. Your only job is to go look at your plants. Check the soil, look at the leaves. You only water if the plant tells you it's actually thirsty. So, how do you know if it's thirsty? You gotta put on your detective hat. And the biggest clue of all is the plant's origin story. Think about it. A fern from a damp, rainy jungle is gonna have these thin, delicate leaves designed to catch moisture all the time. But a succulent from a hot, dry desert, it has these thick, fleshy leaves that are basically built-in water tanks. Its home environment tells you everything about how thirsty it's going to get. All right, we know why and we know when. So now let's get into the nitty-gritty, the practical stuff, the how. We're going to walk through the actual step-by-step of giving your plant a drink the right way. Here's another super simple but really powerful way to think about it. Your potting soil is just like a sponge. A tiny little pot is a tiny sponge. It's going to dry out in a flash. But a huge pot, that's a giant sponge, and it's going to hold on to that moisture for way longer. This is exactly why the same type of plant in two different sized pots can have completely different watering needs. Let's make this totally foolproof. Step 1, always check the soil first. Just stick your finger in there. Don't just assume it's time. 2, use room temperature water. Why? Because ice-cold water can literally shock the roots. 3, pour the water right onto the soil, not all over the leaves. Wet leaves can be an open invitation for pests and diseases. And finally, number 4, saturate it. If your pot has a drainage hole, you want to water until you see it running out the bottom. That's how you know the entire root ball got a good drink, not just the top layer. But what about those pretty decorative pots that don't have any drainage holes? Oh yeah, that's a classic trap. The rule of thumb here is to use an amount of water that's about 1/3 of the pot's total size. That gives the soil enough moisture without accidentally creating a deadly swamp down at the bottom, where the roots will just rot. Whew, we have covered a lot of ground. So let's wrap this all up with a quick little cheat sheet. These are the golden rules you can always come back to. Okay, let's lock this in. Quick, rapid-fire review. Always use warmish water. Pro tip, if you're using tap water, let it sit out overnight so the chlorine can evaporate. Remember, more light means more thirst. And try to keep those leaves dry. But if you only remember one thing from this whole explainer, make it this. When in doubt, just wait. It is so much easier to save a thirsty plant than a drowned one. And finally, just watch for the signs. A droopy stem, a wrinkly leaf. That's your plant talking to you. You just gotta learn to listen.
And really, that's what this all boils down to. It's not about following a strict set of rules. It's about learning a new language. Your plant is constantly communicating what it needs through its leaves, its stems, its soil. The real question isn't what the rules are. The real question is, are you listening? Go on, go take a look. What is your plant telling you right now?